guys, welcome to Rock Hard Riffs. This is the guitar channel for the self-taught. Today we're talking once again about orange amps, in particular this Orange Crush 35 RT that you see here on the floor. So Orange Crush solid state amps. Why am I using this when I have a Marshall JVM tube amp? And the answer is simple. It's a backup. Or that was the original idea. And guess what? As soon as I got that amp, guess what went out? And guess what went out on it? The tubes, right? Now, back when I used to back up my Marshalls, also with solid state amplifiers, a couple Galleon Krugers that I used to use. Now the reason being is just because they're not tube. That's really why I got them. Now I've gone through digital amps like babies through diapers, right? And also other solid states, etc. And I chose the orange. So why did I choose the orange? Well, I just did a ton of research, just probably like you're doing right now, looking through videos why you should get a certain amp or, you know, on and on. And man, the first time I heard this thing is like, wow, does that sound good? But that must be mic'd and digitally enhanced and all that stuff, so I kept searching. So I purposely looked for videos where they were demoing this amp without a microphone, just the camera that would pick it up, and that's exactly what you're hearing from me. This thing actually sounds, to me, better through the camera microphone than the Marshall tends to, because you're going to hear more one side than the other of a speaker out of the Marshall. It's not the full picture that you're getting, right? Whereas that's one speaker, it's a 10-inch voice of the world. What you hear is what you got, pretty much. And so I was really impressed with the videos that I saw that demoed these without the microphones, and I thought, okay, now we're really getting somewhere. And man, I have gone through video after video after video watching other amps as well. I won't mention them, but I watched lots of videos, and I also went through lots of amps before I settled on this one too. So I had definitely had my dose of amplifier education, and definitely the orange was right on top as far as the solid state went, just because it won't blow a tube, hopefully. And if I'm actually playing out somewhere live, I can just mic it and I should be fine as far as the audible penetration, if you want to call it that, because sometimes solid states don't cut through like a tube. So it was really just because I wanted to back up, and because I had gone over and over and over through demo after demo of all kinds of different amps. Now I got this used at Guitar Center, so I've had it for about 2.5 years. I have not had any issues with it at all, knock on wood. I have taken it out on occasion, not a big situation at all, just some guys jamming and stuff a few times. And it did okay, but again, it did not penetrate like a tube amp would. So you got to keep that in mind unless you're going to mic it, different situation. But of course, it's the sound and the tones that you're after. Now this is definitely a darker amp. There's no question about it, at least compared to the Marshall. It has a more moody, throaty sound to it. But you know, you've got your EQs on there, and if you're using pedals and stuff like the Strymon Sunset, if I can't dial in a tone from deep and dark to ultra bright and light with this combination, I've got a problem. So yeah, I can get just about any tone that I want. And the reason I have the Strymon Sunset is because I use a looper, right? The Digitech Trio looper. If you want to mix clean and distorted, or distorted and clean, you've got to have a pedal in order to do that. But now this orange back here that you see, that's my son's, and that's the 20 RT. That's a 20 watt. And what I'll do is in the description, I'll put a link, a demo of both of these, one against the other, one of those kind of things like a shootout, and you can make up your own mind which one you would prefer. But I love them. I love my orange amp. I think it's a great amp, and the little 20 RT is fantastic too. I do a lot of ambient music through that as well, so that's why I use an orange amp, guys. That's the trick, that's the ticket. Alright, thanks so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have not subscribed, please do. We'd really appreciate it. Give us a like. If you like this, guys, leave a comment. Alright, thanks so much. We'll see you next video.